Kenneth Griffin is an American billionaire and hedge fund manager and is the founder, CEO, co-CIO, and 85% owner of hedge fund and financial services company Citadel LLC. As of March 2021, Citadel LLC has $38 billion of assets under management, and Citadel Securities, a market maker, handles 40% of the stock trades in the United States. According to their filing on December 31, 2020, Griffin's company had 10,843 stocks in his portfolio that added up to a total value of $384,599,856,000. And in today's video, we're going to take a closer look at the top 10 positions in Citadel's portfolio. With over 23 million shares in Microsoft, Bill Gates' company holds the 10th biggest position, making up 1.33% of Citadel LLC's entire portfolio. As you probably know, the American multinational technology company develops, manufactures, licenses, supports, and sells computer software, consumer electronics, personal computers, and related services. The company's best-known software products are the Microsoft Windows line of operating systems, the Microsoft Office suite, and the Internet Explorer and Edge web browsers, while its flagship hardware products are the Xbox video game consoles and the Microsoft Surface lineup of touchscreen personal computers. Microsoft ranked number 21 in the 2020 Fortune 500 rankings of the largest U.S. corporations by total revenue, and is considered one of the big 5 companies in the U.S. information technology industry, along with Google, Apple, Amazon, and Facebook. Microsoft has not only made Bill Gates one of the richest people in the world, but its 1986 IPO and subsequent rise in its share price also created 2 other billionaires, as well as an estimated 12,000 millionaires among Microsoft employees. Since the 1990s, the company has increasingly diversified from the operating system market and has made a number of corporate acquisitions, with LinkedIn being the largest acquisition for $26.2 billion in December 2016, followed by the acquisition of Skype Technologies for $8.5 billion in May 2011. Alibaba Group Holding Limited, also known as Alibaba Group and as Alibaba.com, is a Chinese multinational technology company specializing in e-commerce, retail, internet, and technology. And over the past few years, Alibaba has become one of the world's largest retailers and e-commerce companies. In 2020, it was also rated as the 5th largest artificial intelligence company, and it is also one of the biggest venture capital firms as well as one of the biggest investment corporations in the world. The company hosts the largest B2B, Alibaba.com, C2C, Taobao, and B2C, Tmall marketplaces in the world, and has also been expanding into the media industry, with revenues rising by triple percentage points year after year. All of these things have made this company a pretty popular investment among some of the most experienced investors, so it is not surprising that the Alibaba Group holds such a big position in Citadel's portfolio. Griffin has bought over 23 million shares in the e-commerce giant, which means Alibaba makes up 1.39% of Citadel's entire portfolio. As mentioned, Google is considered one of the big 5 technology companies in the U.S. information technology industry, and as you probably know, the technology giant specializes in internet-related services and products, which include online advertising technologies, a search engine, cloud computing, software, and hardware. Google LLC was founded in September 1998 by PhD students Larry Page and Sergey Brin, and in 2015, the company announced plans to reorganize its various interests as a conglomerate called Alphabet Inc. Google is Alphabet's leading subsidiary and will continue to be the umbrella company for Alphabet's internet interests. Following the incorporation, the company experienced rapid growth, which has triggered a chain of products, acquisitions, and partnerships beyond Google's core search engine. The company offers a wide range of services, including services designed for work and productivity such as Google Docs, Google Sheets, and Google Slides, as well as email, scheduling and time management, cloud storage, instant messaging and video chat, language translation, mapping and navigation, podcast hosting, video sharing, and the list just goes on and on. Google.com is the most visited website in the world, and several other Google-owned websites are also on the list of the most popular websites, including YouTube and Blogger, for example. Citadel owns 3.1 million shares in the technology giant, which makes up 1.41% of the company's portfolio. The 7th biggest position in Citadel's portfolio is made up by iShares Russell 2000 Exchange-Traded Fund (EFT), and Griffin has acquired 29.4 million shares that make up 1.5% of the portfolio. As the name suggests, Russell 2000 ETFs closely track the Russell 2000 Index, which measures the performance of the small capitalization companies of the U.S. equity market. Like the S&P 500, the Russell 2000 Index is weighted and regularly serves as a benchmark index. At least 90% of the fund's assets are invested in securities of the underlying index, as well as in securities not included in the underlying index. Facebook Inc. is another one of the big 5 tech companies in the SU, and Citadel has significantly increased its hold in Facebook recently, now holding 26.25 million shares of the company, which make up 1.86% of Citadel's investment portfolio. The online social media and social networking service was founded by Mark Zuckerberg and his fellow Harvard college students and roommates in the early 2000s, and as of December 2020, Facebook claims to have 2.8 billion monthly active users. Facebook was the most downloaded mobile app of the 2010s globally, but the company has also been subject to a lot of controversy, often involving user privacy, political manipulation, mass surveillance, psychological effects such as addiction and low self-esteem, and content such as fake news, conspiracy theories, copyright infringement, and hate speech. Critics have accused Facebook of willingly facilitating the spread of such content, and also exaggerating its number of users in order to appeal to advertisers. But regardless of all that, Alexa Internet ranks Facebook 7th in global internet usage as of January 21st, 2021. Apple is yet another one of the big 5 companies in the US information technology industry, and the multinational technology giant accounts for 2.46% of Citadel's portfolio, with the company currently holding 71.5 million shares. For the 2020 fiscal year, Apple's worldwide annual revenue totaled $274.5 billion, making Apple the world's largest technology company by revenue and one of the world's most valuable companies. In August 2018, Apple became the first publicly traded U.S. company to be valued at over $1 trillion, and just 2 years later, in August 2020, it became the first $2 trillion U.S. company. As of January 2020, more than 1.5 billion Apple products are actively in use worldwide, and the company also has a high level of brand loyalty and is ranked as the world's most valuable brand, making this a pretty stable investment in the long run. Invesco QQQ is an exchange-traded fund that includes 100 of the largest international and domestic companies listed on the Nasdaq Stock Exchange, just like the Nasdaq 100 index that it tracks. The index includes financial companies, however, and it is based on market capitalization. QQQ stock holdings are dominated by big technology-related companies such as Apple, Amazon, Google, and Facebook, which explains why they're the 4th biggest position in Citadel Advisors' portfolio, making up 3.04% of it. While the QQQ ETF offers investors big rewards during bull markets, as well as potential for long-term growth, lots of liquidity and low fees, the QQQs have a downside as well. QQQ has been known to decline more in bear markets, has high sector risk, often appears overvalued, and holds no small cap stocks, which is why QQQ stock holdings are heavily weighted toward large cap technology companies. Amazon.com Incorporated is the last one of the big 5 that we haven't mentioned yet, and this one makes up a fairly big chunk of Citadel's portfolio. Griffin's company holds 8.67 million shares, which means Amazon is the 3rd biggest position in the portfolio and makes up 7.34% of its entirety. The company started out as an online bookstore back in 1994, but today, the American multinational technology company focuses on e-commerce, cloud computing, digital streaming, and artificial intelligence. Today, Amazon is the biggest online retailer and has been referred to as one of the most influential economic and cultural forces in the world, as well as the world's most valuable brand. In 2015, Amazon even surpassed Walmart as the most valuable retailer in the United States by market capitalization. It is the world's largest online marketplace, AI assistant provider, live streaming platform, and cloud computing platform as measured by revenue and market capitalization, and Amazon is also the largest internet company by revenue in the world. In addition to that, the company is also the 2nd largest private employer in the United States and is extremely popular among the smart money, as 245 hedge funds tracked by Insider Monkey held stakes in the e-commerce giant entering the 4th quarter of 2020. SPDR is the 2nd biggest position in Citadel's stock portfolio, and the 78.83 million shares Griffin's company holds make up 7.66% of the portfolio. The SPDR S&P 500 Trust is the largest exchange-traded fund in the world, and it trades on the New York Stock Exchange (ARCA) under the symbol SPY. SPDR is an acronym for the Standard & Poor's Depositary Receipts, the former name of the ETF, and it tracks the S&P 500 stock market index. SPDR is a trademark of the Standard & Poor's Financial Services LLC, a subsidiary of the S&P Global, and the SPDR were launched by Boston asset manager State Street Global Advisors in early 1993 as the first ETF in the U.S., and it was designed and developed by American stock exchange executives Nathan Most and Stephen Bloom. So the fund first traded on that market, but has since been listed elsewhere, including the NYSE. On June 28, 2010, Tesla launched its IPO on Nasdaq, with shares of common stock becoming available to the public at $17 per share. This seems pretty incredible considering that shares of Tesla are currently valued at somewhere around $660. The company's mission is to accelerate sustainable transportation by introducing mass-market electric cars to the market, and Tesla is currently the leading producer of electric vehicles, as well as the fastest-growing brand worldwide. Elon Musk plays a vital role in the company and owns around 241 million shares of Tesla, or 25% of the company, but Citadel also owns a fairly big number of shares. Kenneth Griffin has bought over 55.27 million shares in Tesla, which translates to 10.14% of Citadel's portfolio, which is by far the biggest position. The firm currently holds almost 29 million call options and over 26 million put options, with total holdings valued at $75,829,000 as of December 31, 2020, making Citadel Advisors LLC one of Tesla's biggest shareholders. Be sure to comment down below and let us know if we've missed something. Hit that subscribe button and turn on the bell to never miss an upload. Thank you very much for watching.